to some extent. Do you understand? And if I enter the relationship and you begin to not want me to grow, and my growth is intimidating you, I will leave you fast.
That's my fear. I think a lot of people would not know, and you never know. No matter what, people can be a certain. You get to a point in your life, and that person can switch, and you will never understand.
And then go, Mr. Vio. It's easy as ABC.
You know, African women cannot easily say go
because
they don't want to be tagged a certain way.
Madam,
trust me.
I know that you'll be tagged. And I know how it looks when a woman is jumping from one place to another. That's why I see that even though, like you said, you never really know.
You never even
know
like
this person's behavior.
Yes.
You can't hit your chest and say, I know this man from A to Z.
He will support me, who supports me.
You understand? And then 2-1 he's leaving you. But I'm saying that when the going gets tough, so will you stay? You don't stay.
Some people will stay. My husband said I should stop. He will take care of me. She will stop.
I won't do it. Like, I mean...
She will stop. And it's working. It's going on. People are okay with it.
I know that. But I'm saying that instead of you sitting in silence and crying, why don't you just go? I know you'll be labeled, but who wants to be crying?
Have you seen a woman who is being beaten by the husband every day, and she'll come to you, you advise her when you go, she'll go back
again.
And they'll beat her again.
I don't know. Those people have they balade or something.
Be there.
Or you say, catch me before.
Catch you before. When he catch you, you will not move. I mean, this is quite an interesting one, and I also want your thoughts on it. So make sure you send me a message via WhatsApp number 0548-841-039, or you can drop your comments on our social media pages at Hits 1039 FM. It says that African men don't like women who try to find value. They label them as non-submissive women. Reverend Charlotte Ojo, and we are waiting for your thoughts on that. But for now, we're moving straight to our headlines. What's trending in the world?
All right, let's get straight into our headlines. So my first story is from My Joy Online. It says police arrest truck driver alleged to have caused train crash.
Do you know where I find it funny? I just went on Facebook and I read that they said the truck driver is an NDC man. So he intentionally went to put it there just to destroy the train.
So the train can...
How? I mean, how? but it's funny how these trains just came in and we're all excited about it. Then we're hearing what?
That's the
so the train that our systems are still not. Because I was gonna ask that he didn't see from afar.
No, he didn't see.
He just couldn't put. I don't know.
Or he couldn't stop it. It could be. Probably it was.
Or he saw it late.
It was speeding, and by the time he tried to hold the brakes or something, it was too late.
Or he thought the car was going to just move
and then he can go.
Or then he will go.
Oh, hey.
So the train is spoiled or what?
I'm sure that they'll fix it.
When I woke up and saw China has introduced some new one, electric one. We are still where we are.
Just something. I thought small. They said they'll start doing the flying one. At this point, please, I beg.
In Ghana. We haven't finished the ground one. Want to be I beg go.
Give out that story on My Joy Online. Now, political interference makes public sector managers appear incompetent. Dr. Mantiu is the one saying that. Give out the story on My Joy Online. Now, the CAF Confederation Cup. Dreams FC depart Cairo ahead of Semi's first leg against Zamalek.
Okay.
Some of that story on My Joy Online. NDC MPs call for the resignation of ECG mid-board. Some of that story on Prince Eduwusu's page. Africa Development Council urges ECOWAS action amid Togo's constitutional crisis. Come of that story on My Joy Online. Still on My Joy Online. Jamrock Bar peddling nothing but falsehoods and defamatory statements against Mr. Drew. Management is the one saying that.
So this is Jamrock against Mr. Drew and Mr. Drew against Jamrock.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see how the story unfolds with time or with days coming up.
Yes. Come of that story also on My Joy Online. Burna Boy makes Time Magazine's 100 most influential people. Get more of that story also on My Joy Online. He really does. Salma Khan. 2 people arrested for firing at Bollywood star's home. Get more of that story at BBC. Now let's head straight to CNN. Ashanti and Nelly are engaged and expecting a baby.
Why is it all of a sudden like some big news? They did it some months back.
No, but first of all, we know that they were in a relationship and they broke up.
Okay.
For
then
a
they came back.
A while.
They came back.
And then last year they came back and they made it, popular again.
And they told us they were expecting their first child.
They said that last year, but I mean, until you see the baby bump,
so this year was to announce the baby bump.
Exactly. Now we've
and
seen the baby
tell us
bump.
that they are engaged.
Yes.
Hey.
So last year, we know that they had come back together. But as to whether they were fiancé and fiancé, we didn't know that. But now they're telling us that we are about to get married. You understand? And people have been waiting for them. Yeah, I think they are really cute.
Oh,
so.
Ashanti is so beautiful. I mean, she looks beautiful in the pregnancy.
I've searched for that woman. I've gone to search on Google so many times to find out if this woman has
any Ashanti.
No, yes, like Ghanaian descent. Because and it never really gives me anything.
I think there's a bit of it. She mentioned something about she got the name from, I think, our Ashanti.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I've done a story on that before.
I see. Anyway, so you can get more of that story on CNN. Kofi Kinata fulfills promise to release new album. Get more of that story also on My Joy Online.
Finally.
Yeah. I'm trying to prove people wrong. Kofi Kinata explains why he avoids rap beefs.
Yeah.
He said that he's trying to make sure that Charlie, I came here to sing and to sing only.
And not to fight, though.
Thanks. Get on that story also on My Joy Online. Gospel musician Padmore Abeka releases Mother's Day anthem, Sweet Sweet Mother and Napa.
Where is
Get more of the
Mother's Day?
story.
Next month?
Yep.
Okay.
Get more of the story on My Joy Online as well. Now let's head straight to GhanaWeb.com, where it says Michael Blackson details how he was pulled over by a police with guns in the US. Get more of that story on GhanaWeb.com.
Obi Manso.
Yo, Kweku Menu is rich with a luxurious house in East Legon.
Oh.
Yet he lives a simple life. Oboy Siki is the one saying that. He says that even though Kweku Menu is rich and even has a house.
Who is that shade for, though?
All the Ghanaians who say that.
I have a house. I have
Thanks.
Okay.
They say that they have one house, they want to raise their chest so that the whole world knows that. No, the Kweku Menu, he has a house. Not anywhere. It's Legon. and then yet he still has a very simple life. Boy Siki's the one saying that. I once washed my boyfriend's father's underpants.
Hey.
Abado on life regrets.
Oh, is he Michael Quayeand Jr. who has started washing ladies' underwear ahead of elections?
Get more of that story on GhanaWeb.com. Are we blowing trumpets now? Quabbles Are we blowing trumpets now? Quabbles berates dance God Lloyd over game changer title. Get more of that story on GhanaWeb.com. I saw his tweets today.
It looks like it's now about to unfold.
Yeah, he said that he's tired of keeping quiet.
But who has sent him? I remember he came for an interview on Hits FM. He was asked, he said everything was okay. He went to other platforms, he said everything was okay. So what has necessitated this now?
Sometimes it gets that time you can't keep it anymore.
You can't keep what?
I think that he has information.
You cannot start the fact that the person is doing well.
At this point, that's what it looks like. Because if you wanted to talk, you could have talked before he even started doing his own.
Because now, Dance God is doing amazing.
I saw a video today where he was celebrating all the verifications he's had on all social media platforms. So, and then I also saw another comment where Quabbles came to say that
when you have
nothing doing, then you celebrate verifications. Like, how does that concern you?
But that is why I'm saying that. So he should talk on the issue and rather, move away from I don't know.
Please, I beg, Quabbles. On to the next. Well, you can get that story on GhanaWeb.com. Let's head straight to mynigeria.com. But Bobrisky transferred to another prison for security reasons. Get more of that story of it.
Why? The men want to
the
men want to beat him or what? Oh.
Well, he's been moved though. On to my next story.
Bobrisky.
Get in contact with Netflix. Getting in contact with Netflix and other streaming sites is extremely difficult. Sikao said cries out. That is extremely difficult.
Hey, then we need to go and find out how the Nigerians are doing it. Because it's some way be.
Well, I heard from a producer once that the reason why Netflix is very difficult for Ghanaians to, is because our population is packed, and then also how many Ghanaians naturally, genuinely use Netflix. So most of the time they look at population, how much people are consuming the content that they produce or they put on there. So for instance, Nigeria is huge.
Of course.
I think Nigeria has 2 or 3 times Ghana's number. So imagine that, and they are constantly in contact with them. So that's why they have a lot of originals as opposed to Ghana. But I mean, if you want to, we have to try, because it's sad. We also need Netflix movies, please. Anyways, that's what Sika said. Let's move straight to my news, GH. It says, I changed the face of dance in modern day entertainment. Dance God Lloyd Brax.
Of course.
He really did. I want to win another Artist of the Year award. Ochiame Kwame is the one saying that. Get all that story on GhanaWeb.com.
Now, Chami, that's one they have to wait for.
Another
2 years. 2 or 3 years.
Give us more songs if you think about it. And finally, Feast Ghana and Rep Your Region, launched by Ghana Tourism Authority. Get more of that story on GhanaWeb.com.
Interesting. I saw Shefila doing her own dance there, and it was indeed beautiful. But of course, we're all looking forward to greater things in Ghana. And once we have seen what is going on in the world, let's move back to our big story this morning, because I really want to hear from all of you. What are you saying with regards to our big story? Of course, Madam or Councillor Charlotte Odro made a comment that a lot of African men don't like it when women are trying to find value for themselves. They actually label them as, not submissive women, or like you do not respect, and men tend to nag a lot. And I also wanted to hear from you. So as I mentioned, of course, we saw the messages that are coming here. We'll start with one interesting one. It says, okay, so we will actually open the phone line. So if you want to share your thoughts on it, it's 0548 841 0302 568 or 7. So you can actually call me right now and share your thoughts on the big story this morning. Madam Charlotte Odro, should I say Reverend or Councillor Charlotte Odro, says that a lot of African men don't like it when the women are trying to find value. Says they label them as not submissive. What are your thoughts on this? So I'll start with my first message whilst you actually call me and also share your thoughts on it. So keep your calls coming. Says that is a negative perception being created out there for men. Who told you men don't want hardworking women or women who want to find substance? It's even the opposite, because today every man desires that status of a woman. Finding substance doesn't mean treat your husband as trash. Getting wealth doesn't mean the man in the house has lost manhood or privileges of being a man and the head of the family. This is coming from Dr. Mr. Kwesi Ernest. He's part of the table of men anyway. So yes, that is his thought as well. And I also want to hear from you. As I said, our numbers to call us on is 0548 841 039, 0548 841 039, or 0302 216 568 or 7. You can call us on our big story. Says that exactly my point. This is Africa. Hey. And we always want to be domineering. This is now from Valley View University. Okay. Good morning, Doreen. It says this is Aigbeni Dogbeda from Nungwasi. It's not entirely true. It is a good thing for a woman to get value for herself, but some of them make men feel less of themselves, especially when the men haven't gotten to their level or higher. Those men are only intimidated by those women. Do you agree on that? I definitely want to share more. So I have my first caller on the line. Good morning, Ajiman Joseph.
Good morning, Mama. I hope you're doing well.
I'm very well, thank you. I hope you're doing well.
By the grace of God, I'm strong.
Okay, that's good to hear. What are your thoughts on the big story this morning?
Yeah, this is the story. Madam Shasodro has a point, but not well made. Because not that men or African men don't want valuable women. But normally we don't go for those valuable women because of their behavior and character.
How is their behavior and character like?
Yes, it has been made that they are going to marry for a man to take care of them. I'm going to look for a man to take care of me. So if the man takes care of them and does everything, for that one, they will be submissive. But if they have something to support or even they have more, that one forget it. So we know the way they behave. Madam, you are very beautiful and you look very quiet and you don't do things above your level. So we like you. A lot of people like to talk to Madame Dorian because, just like her beauty is,
Aww. But Dash, did you hear that?
most of them, because I'm beautiful, I don't expect.
Okay.
Because I have enough. After all, what are you coming to put on the table? I have a lot. I have everything. That's why most of them don't have the marriage now.
Okay.
Yeah, so not that we are labeling them, but that's how they are.
Yo. Thank you so much, Ajiman Joseph, for your thoughts on this. I also have Michael on the line. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
How are you, Michael?
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Good to hear. Michael, please go ahead and share your thoughts on the big story.
So I think it's the other way round. So I disagree with her because speaking from my experience, I was dating this girl that I buy things for, and sometimes I share my school fees with her and all that. So it got to a time I was, in need of money. I went broke, and she would sometimes when she's coming over to buy Indomie and all those things. So I realized she was becoming bossy. So sometimes, it's the other way around.
Okay.
Speaking from an experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing. Good morning, Randy.
Doreen.
Yes, Randy.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Randy, can you please lower the volume of your radio set? I'm getting some feedback here.
It's even off.
Yes, okay, it's better, Randy. So, Randy, go ahead with your submission.
Doreen.
Oh.
Me gave you a date in offer phone or better phone. So how shall we do? Wait, sorry.
Oh.
She go stay for phone top like 247 at the anchor and run.
She's not making money from the phone?
Yeah, I've been telling her, say, if you push like her works, need more your own push, people will know and they will start. No. But all council, I no pay your thing, your mammy can and yaji, men are then.
Oh.
But we would everyday phone. Why? Oh, the phone is too much. The government should ban the mobile phones from the ladies. It's too much.
Why the ladies? Randy, this one day I don't agree with you. I don't agree with
you.
you.
Like you, but you Doreen, you are working. Yeah, you see. But I won't pay you money. The government should ban the mobile phone from them.
Oh, but
because I don't count the essay or mine. They don't work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Randy. This is quite interesting with Randy's submission. You can also call me. Oh, can I still take a call, one or two calls? You can call me on 0548-841-039 or 0302-216-568 or 7. I have Okusie on the line. Good morning, Okusie.
Good morning, Madam Doreen.
How are you doing?
I'm fine by His grace.
Okay, all right. Please go ahead with your submission.
Auntie Doreen, what I person mechanic, as a man, you have to build yourself up. What about you na? And you may call you. I don't think that's all about honest or banner over ever how. 1 to 2 near me, that's a who's a banner on any one. Yeah, open and no, I don't know about jealous. Now, yes, we agree, you know.
Okay.
But I'm Doreen. Pacho, we be na me person me catch Pacho, who use Adenta UPS to Madina Road, you know.
Okay, yes.
On top of the flyover, no. So there's an expansion there. It would be a car to do an elbow boom. And the Ghana Highway Authority, another Evan Road, almost chairman, accident to the SEO, can see Asana, almost repair Sadiana.
Oh, I've seen where you're talking about. I try to dodge it when I'm driving.
You try to dodge it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't like the sound of my tires when I drive over it. I'm a bro for Abana. Oh, I'm so sorry I lost you, but of course I like that as well. And of course, I think that will be my last caller. So let me just read this last message here that says that good morning, Doreen. I'm Susannash Ironic from Spintex says, for the big story, yes, she's right, but I think the reason why some of the men have been nagging is that when a woman is highly educated and she's working, earning more than the man, then they start to control and start misbehaving towards the man. I think that's what Okusie said before we read a story, that if you're a man, you need to make enough for yourself, empower yourself, so that when your woman also says that I want to do this or I want to do that, you don't start complaining and nagging and saying that she's not respectful or anything of the sort. Yeah, me? Yes, ma'am. I believe that it's been quite an interesting one.
It has.
Man, oh man. Thank you so much for bringing us our headlines this morning, and thank you so much for sharing our big story as well.
Of course,
I'm sure I'll see you again for our lifestyle segment.
Definitely.
Okay.